What is going on, Exit community? Exit here, and today, people, we're going to be going over the finals for the Lairon division. Well, yeah, I guess division in general. This is going to be very exciting, and joining me is going to be Twee.
How's it going?
Oh, all right. Looking at who won and lost, it's not extremely surprising. Mac and Phoenix will be in the finals. I think Phoenix had a pretty good matchup last week, so makes sense. My lock is still in place, which is nice. And you're gonna have to lock on either Phoenix, or you're gonna have to lock on Mac.
I thought I locked on Mac last week. Did I not?
I don't think so, but maybe I made a mistake. I will go back.
Who'd you say? Who was eliminated? I don't remember. I definitely did
Hero.
lock on Muke. I did lock on Hero because Kamala is a G.
Right,
That's right.
right.
I remember now.
Okay. There was a 6-0. It happens. I'm not gonna go too in depth with it, but it happened. We will see what happens in the finals. I'm very excited, and yeah, I guess let's just get into it. All right, so we have Phoenix versus Mac, as we said, and let's see.
I think Sandy's almost useless in this matchup.
Useless.
I mean, he has Toadscroll that resists both electric and ground. He has Gastrodon that resists, or that's immune to electric completely and has a high special defense for that ground typing. And then Fortress is also resist the electric, but not the ground. So if he goes Terra, he has to go either Terra Grass with Fortress resist, 4 times resist, I believe, or Terra Fire, which Gastrodon resists. So like his defensive core is very good against Sandy.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I can see that. Yeah, because you can't run every single Terra. Like you can't run Ice for Toadscroll. Well, you could, because Gastro still gets hit with Earth Power pretty hard, but I don't know. You kind of have to prep around everything, and that's a little hard to do. So
yeah,
that's one of Mac's biggest offensive mons. So if you can't really do much with that, what do you do much with?
I mean, Talonflame looks a lot better.
Yeah.
But Gastrodon's still able to sit in front of that thing pretty effectively, and Paldea Blaze does not wall it very well.
I mean, I could see something where you could like toxic Gastro somehow, because if you weaken the Gastro, it really opens up a lot of doors. Obviously, Talonflame, it opens up Sandy Shocks if you're Sandy Shocks Ice. I think it's pretty solid, but then again, you also have to play around that Zoroark, which is also very annoying, especially because it got a buff during playoffs, which is nice.
Yeah, that's always nice for some mid-season buffs.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stick with Phoenix because I've been, I have my locks still stuck on them, and I do believe that they have a better matchup. But do you see anything that Mac can do to really break through Phoenix's team here?
I would need to do some calcs and class looking at real quick. There is one thing I see, but I am not sure how like available it is.
Okay.
I mean, it might work. It could work theoretically, but he would need to weaken his team up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what I have in mind, and I doubt it comes now that I say it, but it could do very well, is Terra Fire Altaria with Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Terra Blast, and then Trailblaze.
Do you need Trailblaze?
It's the only move that's going to be able to take out that Gastrodon.
I mean,
I guess you could go either dual wing beat or just like a Brave Bird, just try to OHKO it, but I didn't do the calcs to find out what you need for that.
I don't know, because again, it's the Gastro that's the biggest problem, but like, again, if you're able to get a Toxic on that thing, it's not going to be walling everything, which is nice. And yeah, I think okay, so you can't prep around literally everything. You have to prep around, like, yeah, okay, Gastro is on the team and it probably comes. Okay, you have to plan around, okay, it has to be weak enough for me to then sweep with Altaria, because if you prep one move specifically for Gastro, like, that's fine, but you have to think about all the other Pokemon too. Like, for example, the Tauros Paldea. You kind of need a flying move for that thing.
No, you have Earthquake.
You have Earthquake, but it's not gonna be Stab, and I mean, if you are like a Fire type, it's it's a little easier to break. But I guess that's fair.
It does 50% with one Dragon Dance. That's not counting any item.
You just have to, Intimidate as well from Tauros.
Yeah, you do have that. Well, you could also go an item that can counteract that. I don't think Adrenal Orb works. But
ooh, Clear Amulet.
What the hell is Clear Amulet?
It's a new item. It basically ignores any like stat lowering stuff. So like Intimidate, it actually ignores Parting Shot. It's pretty cool.
Oh shit, it does. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's a pretty good thing. But yeah, a lot of people don't use it because it's not a ton of good Intimidators. But
true, but it could put a hurt on him.
Yeah.
Plus, on that switch in, if he has Clear Amulet, he gets another free Dragon Dance. If you go Terra Fire, or even if you don't Terra, Paldea Blaze isn't doing anything to Altaria.
That's true.
It resists both of its main attacks.
Yeah. Yo, Oricorio comes in on the Dragon Dance and it dances too.
Well, you just hit it with the Wing Beat and it's gone.
But but then you have to run. Well, actually, it doesn't have dual Wing Beat anymore. Doesn't that not exist?
It says it does, yeah. Let me check. This is unrestricted because of the AAA thing. Is this pre-home? Or post-home? Post-home, gotcha. It does not. But it still gets Brave Bird, which is even more damage.
True. Okay.
And it has the roost that it could go. So it could go just flat out Brave Bird. Yeah, with a +1 Dragon Dance, Brave Bird has a chance to kill.
So that's what I'm saying though, because then you have to run a flying move, you're gonna have to run Terra Blast, you're gonna have to run Earthquake, you're gonna have to run Dragon Dance, and then you might want Roost because you're gonna be killing yourself with the Brave Bird. And then
Brave Bird also almost OHKOs Gastrodon. So you could literally just run Brave Bird, Earthquake, or you don't even need Earthquake. You just need something that could hit Fortress and Toad Scroll. Yeah, Earthquake, most likely. Brave Bird's going to kill Toad Scroll and its neutral damage to Fortress.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Dragon Dance, Roost, Brave Bird, and Earthquake, and you're golden. Hell, you could even go Terra Ground to just get Stab Earthquake later in the match, just as a backup.
Okay, okay.
Because Fortress takes 40% from Fortress, but it doesn't deal any damage back. So you could just set up Dragon Dance freely on it. Same thing with Gastron pre Dragon Dance, or sorry, pre Terra. So you're free to set up on that as well.
Actually, it doesn't have to go fire either, because it could
It,
just
it
go Fire Blast on Fortress if it really wants.
true. Yeah, but I still think just Brave Bird Earthquake and just try to get as many. With Morgan, you could set up screens very effectively and just allow Altaria to set up and sweep. Kind of like what he did Persian earlier in the draft. I think that's like his biggest chance, other than just setting a bunch of hazards and just being like really aggressive like he was last time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because hazard stack does do a lot of damage to Phoenix, but he does have Fortress, which one of the best rapid spinners. He does have Bramble Gas that counters Fortress, and also just Fortress can't do much to Bramble Gas. Even Volt switching does minimal damage.
Yeah.
Does he have a defogger? Does Oricorio get defog?
Yes.
Okay, so he would have to rely on Oricorio defog as his best hazard removal. So he could win with a bunch of hazards.
I don't know, because Phoenix has a lot of hazard removal.
I mean, he has 2 rapid spinners and a defogger,
which is a lot in this gen.
I understand that, but with Bramblegast and both of his rapid spins, Toadstool and Fortress, both are resistant heavily to Bramblegast. I don't think he has to worry about it. The only thing that he has to be careful of is Zora Kasuian coming in, portraying Fortress or Toadstool and just spamming off of Shadow Ball on the Bramblegast switching and killing it.
Yeah, okay.
So that's another big one.
Alright.
But yeah. I kind of feel like I don't want to vote Phoenix because it's kind of obvious.
Right.
Like, because then it's boring because we both went Phoenix.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead just for the sake of seeing what he does and just for the fun of this, because I'm pretty sure I've already lost Pickems. So just make it a little interesting. I'll choose Mad Mac.
Okay, and what's the score?
And I'm going to go 2-0. Late game finish.
Okay. Alright, I will go Phoenix. I'll go 4-0. I'll make it a little interesting here. Basically, I think Phoenix is gonna win, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be like a stomp or not. I don't think it'll be a stomp, because I think, like, you're right. If hazards stay up, it's gonna be like Phoenix's Mons do not want to take. So then, yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun match. Hopefully.
Alright. Okay. Well, that was the Lairon finals match that we just went over. We will see what happens. I will say that, like, if we had to guess the 2 people that were going to be in the finals that were going to fight, I would say that this was definitely up there for, like, ones that were predictable. Both Phoenix and Memek were playing pretty damn good this season. I mean, looking at standings, obviously, since they're both in the same division, one was number 1, which is Phoenix, one was number 2, which is Memek. They both been playing really good. So, you know, pretty predictable, more or less. Obviously, Ariana on the other division was playing well as well, and stuff like that. But all in all, I think it's safe to say this was a good season. All right. So that is it for us, guys. We will we'll see you guys next time. Now, when will that be? We'll see. All right, guys. Peace.